start in Iowa, which is under a blizzard warning today. It is freezing there. Now, I'm sure you're thinking, duh, it's January. Obviously, it's cold in Iowa, but this is different. It is brutally cold, historically cold, so cold that Iowans are being told not to even take a step outside, and it's going to get worse. Monday looks likely to be the coldest caucus night on record. We're talking about wind chills as low as negative 30 degrees. CNN's Jeff Zeleny is sort of indoor, outdoor. We can see the outside, but you've got a little bit of the heat from the inside. I just want our viewers to not be super concerned about you. Tell us what you're seeing there, not only with the weather, but with the campaign.
Well, Dana, we are bundled up. No worries here about that. But the weather is political here, and this is why. It is one of the central worries and concerns of the campaign going forward at this point. It's what they're preparing for, it's what they're thinking about, and it's what they're worrying about. And the candidates have mainly had to cancel most of their events today, so the campaign is essentially frozen in place. And this is why this matters. Not that voters necessarily need to hear one more stump speech or even the closing arguments, but these events are about organization. When you walk into a campaign event, you are met by a campaign staffer or a volunteer who is making sure they have your information so they can remind you on Monday to come out to the caucus. So it's all about organization, as we talk about so much. But there certainly has been so much spending here in Iowa. Nikki Haley and her super PAC are now leading the charge in terms of spending. So perhaps it's a good day to watch some of those television commercials for Iowans who are trapped inside. But Ron DeSantis did make it out to one event this morning, and he talked about the importance of Monday night.
I'll ask you for your support on Monday. I know it's going to be cold. I know it's going to be not the most pleasant, but I don't think you'll ever be able to cast a vote that has more impact given the circumstances. We don't know what the turnout's going to be. It could be much smaller than what it's been in the 16 cycle. That's possible. So if you're going out and you're bringing 4 or 5 different friends with you or family members, that is going to pack a punch in a way that voting in a general election just simply would not at that level.
And Nikki Haley is talking to her supporters on the telephone, doing teletown halls. Again, that is also about organization. People who sign up to call in, the campaign is keeping track of them. And again, they can remind them to vote on Monday night. So, Dana, the reason this matters is turnout. As Governor DeSantis was just saying there, for weeks and months, Republican officials here were telling me they expected a record-setting turnout, more than in 2016. Now that's very much an open question with the cold weather. We're talking older voters certainly have a concern getting to the polls, but look, the campaign is going on into the weekend. Former President Donald Trump is coming into Iowa this weekend to campaign tomorrow. All the other candidates are hoping to get back on the road. But the weather is politics now, and it's one of the central things hanging over this campaign. Deanna.
Thank you so much, Jeff. I'll see you there tomorrow, I hope. Because Jeff said the weather is politics, and this is anti-politics. Let's go to the CNN weather anchor and correspondent. Elisa Rafa is tracking all of it. What do we see when it comes to what to expect, not just today, but this weekend, and most importantly, on Monday on caucus day?
Yeah, we're looking at temperatures not breaking 0 degrees on caucus day. Today, we have blizzard conditions out there. There were a couple events scheduled for today, not happening. Look at the orange warning there. You've got 4 to 8 inches of snow plus 45-mile-per-hour gusts that's blowing around, snow, dropping visibility, making things very dangerous. You can see there on the radar right now where we have some heavy snow in Des Moines. That wind chill right now is 4 degrees, relatively warm compared to where we're going. You've got those wind chills already at 20 degrees below zero in northwest Iowa. That's because we have Arctic air that's going to spill into the upper Midwest, and that's going to really take these wind chills to dangerous levels. We're talking wind chills as cold as minus 45 going into Monday. You can get frostbite in 10 minutes or less with conditions like that. We're talking life-threatening, dangerous, and near record cold wind chills, again, continuing to stay very chilly. Here's a look at the past caucus temperatures, 30s, 40s. 2004, we hit 16 degrees, but as we go and look ahead towards Monday, we're looking at that high temperature, making it to minus 4, the highest temperature of the day. So any events in the morning will be well below zero. Again, factor in the wind chill, much colder than that. These are forecast high temperatures across the state of Iowa on Monday. Temperatures again 5 to 10 degrees below zero as we go through Monday. Factor in the wind chill. Look at this. You're looking at these wind chill values at 30 to 40 degrees below zero. So incredibly cold. Looking at wind chills happening or frostbite happening in minutes. So very dangerous.
You're really making me want to get right on that plane there, Lisa. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. And joining me now with the cold, hard truth. I'm sorry. We just had to. Our excellent reporters, Zolan Cano-Youngs of the New York Times, CNN's MJ Lee, and Alex Burns from Politico, who we lovingly call Mr. MJ Lee right around here at CNN. Yeah, you're welcome. Let's just look, because we do have to just do one more beat on the weather, or a couple. Give it context, because I made a joke like, okay, it's cold in Iowa in January. Like, of course it is. But it really is on caucus night going to be much colder than we have seen ever. I mean, look at that. And again, -4, that's going to be the high in Iowa. I mean, we've been in Iowa when it's cold. I was just in Iowa when it's cold. It's hard to imagine how this is not going to impact turnout.
I feel like I thought I knew cold weather being from Massachusetts, but this is, I mean, frigid. And, you know, for weeks, candidates have gone to Iowa really to build this enthusiasm for this moment to try and encourage turnout here. You know, even DeSantis and Nikki Haley over the past week, you know, doing that as well. But with this weather, I thought also Zelny made a good point about particularly with senior citizens as well, and those that may have other health conditions. I mean, this could be dangerous. So we do need to kind of see and assess here and really look at how this will impact turnout and enthusiasm.
Yeah, I mean, I know that I wouldn't step outside in those temperatures, but obviously Iowans are sort of built a little bit differently. I mean, there are different ways that this could end up panning out. I mean, is it just lower turnout across the board and sort of every candidate feels the effects? Or, you know, is there a scenario where the candidate with the most passionate voters, i.e. the Iowans who are like really willing to get in the car even though there's like 10 feet of snow in front of them, do they end up having some kind of advantage? I mean, I do think it's interesting. We're hearing a little bit of concern from the Trump campaign preemptively that they're a little worried that the idea that their supporters, because they think he has it sort of locked down, maybe they sort of, you know, predict that other people are going to show up and they won't have to.
Yeah, well,
I mean,
that's an interesting point. The way that some of them, at least one campaign advisor is spinning it, is the weather issue may take away the intensity. It's a bigger problem for everyone else than us. What they're suggesting, this particular advisor, is that if they drop 3 or 4 points, that's like, you know, dropping from a very high lead to another very high lead, and others don't have that luxury. Nikki Haley, I literally can't comprehend it. It's going to be -15, but I'm going to be out there, and I want you to go out there. DeSantis, we look forward to forcing our opponents to try to match our campaign pace when it hurts to breathe outside. That's David Polanski, who's a longtime Iowan. And the Ramaswamy tsunami is not going to be deterred by the cold weather, and that's Vivek Ramaswamy himself.
Look, I think this is, in addition to being a test for all the candidates and their supporters, I think it's a test for Iowa as a state and the Iowa caucus as an institution. The whole mythology of this ritual, which is quite an unusual political practice, is, as MJ said, that they're just built a little bit differently there. They take this so seriously. They're so committed to the process. Going out in that kind of weather requires commitment. If you see turnout plummet relative to previous years, you know, I think the notion that Iowans are a sort of special breed that deserve a special place in the process, maybe we should revisit that assumption.